Hi, welcome back to the Old Testament a year, and today we're in Zechariah 5, 6, 7 and 8. And I don't know if you've ever watched children play a game of hide and seek, but they're not very good at it. They enjoy it a lot, but they're not very good at it. And so they'll hide in often quite, particularly when they're young, they'll hide in quite obvious places, sometimes even just covering their eyes and then saying, "You can't see me." And then you have to pretend to go looking for them. And there's I've said it before in many times throughout the whole Bible in the year process that Jesus is hidden throughout the whole of the Bible, but once you go looking for him, it's not that hard to find him. He's literally only just covered, and as we look with eyes that are on the lookout for Jesus, we will fairly readily see him. And he pops up again in Zechariah today in that reading, and when it talks about this crown that's being fashioned for Joshua, and it's talking in this prophecy, it says there's a man whose name is the branch, and the branch is what we might call a messianic term. When we read about the branch, it's a part of the foretelling of the Messiah to come. So this is talking about Jesus, and it says that later on that he will be clothed with majesty, and he will sit on his throne, and he will be a priest on his throne. And we see that in the midst of this, of our reading today, this prophecy of Jesus, that Jesus will be, as the Messiah, he is both priest and king. He will be a priest for the people and rule on his throne. So he's a priest in that Jesus came, as we know, to purify us, and that's exactly what he did. But he came not just to purify us and to remove the guilt and the shame and the condemnation for our sins, but he came also to sit on the throne, his throne. And we miss out if we fail to recognise Jesus as King, not only as the one that made, that brought us close to God, removed our sins, but he's more than that. He is also the King. He is in charge. It is his rule. It's to him that we bend the knee. And so when we remind ourselves again of this, the prophecy of Jesus, other things that we read in the passage today fall into place. So when we see right at the beginning, you know, the description of, for example, wickedness. And wickedness is exposed, but then wickedness is not just exposed, but it is removed. I love the line that it talks about these women with wind in their wings. Whenever we come across wind in the Bible, it should cause our ears to prick up, because so often that talks about the spirit. In fact, wind and spirit, you can't actually distinguish those two words. And so it's the Spirit of God that removes this wickedness from the land. And again, the clues are everywhere. He is the God who, I feel like for many months in the Bible in the Year blogs, I've been kind of saying the same thing, because it feels like the Bible has just been saying the same thing, and it's a good, strong message that God is not slow to recognise sin for what it is, but he's also not slow to remove it. He is our priest, he is our purifier, but he is also the one who rules. He is our King. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.